As we've seen in the previous video, Excel makes it easier when dealing with calculations and other different functions. And you're about to learn more advanced techniques in Excel. Let me hope you got time to practice what we learned in the previous video. So if you did, I believe you now know how to play around with rows and columns and other different functions that we learned in the previous video. So in today's video, I'll introduce you to formulas, functions, and graphs, and other valuable tips to use at your work to simplify your tasks. Alright, so as we have seen, so it's where we open Excel, and then we're going to, so because we have already some files saved here, as I told you the other time how to pin, so we want this, Andy marketing budget, and then we're going to see different functions here. So let's click there, and then we open this project. So as you can see, this is our table. I'm going to give you a tip on how you can color, some of your cells. Yeah, so like you can see here, we have a title, we have amount, we have amount, then we have year 1, year 2, year 3, right? So if you want to color, let's say the expenditure row, you can just come here and then click on this cell, and then you come on the font ribbon, and then you just click on this bucket, you see it, and then click this small row facing down, and then just click it and you choose any color. So I'm going to choose this one. I choose this one, then you click. So if you want this color to expand to reach to this level, year 2, year 3, you can just come here, you click, as we've seen in the other video, you click this one, right, and then you come to format paint. So when you format paint, it's as if you're copying this color that is here, and then you just drag from year 1 to year 3, right? You see that? So it has changed already. So you click. So can you see? So this is the first method you can use to color, so that your work looks a little bit presentable to your boss. So let's say you want to color, what else do you want to color? Let's say you want to color this part, right? The above part, you want to see the initial budget, you want to see the budget allocated and the budget to be allocated, right? So you can just come here, you click here, right? And then you come again on the font ribbon, you click this small arrow. Let's choose yellow, right? Click yellow. You can do the same here. You come here and then you do the same. So that's the same. Or you can just come and then select everything, right? And then you come, you choose your color. See that? Okay, let's do that here. You come, you select what you want to color. You take the right click and then you drag down, and then you select up to, let's say, there, and then you choose your color, right? So you choose your color, right? You choose your color, right? You choose your color, yeah, right? So you can do this, right? That's it. So that's coloring. So we're going to see and adding and other functions. Alright, so to begin with some formulas, we're going to start with sum, right? So there are 3 different ways you can use sum, or you can calculate a sum. So the first one we're going to learn is the simple one, the one we use inbuilt formulas from Excel, right? So let's start here. So let's say we're going to calculate expenditure number 1, right? So we have BAS, we have print, we have other local marketing. So we're going to budget for marketing, right? Local marketing, this part, right? Or we can just, okay, let's go to this one. So let's calculate the sum for public relations, right? So you can see this is year 1, right? And then we're going to find the total for this one, right? So let's use the other technique we used to actually add a row, right? So we want to add a total row here. We click here, right? And then, so because we want to put it under other public relations, so you click beneath that, right? So it's research, and then you just right click, right, and then insert an entire row, right? So you see it's there. So if that's what you do when you want to add a row. So let's write total public relations, right? Public relations, and then we want the total here. So what you do when you're using inbuilt functions, you just, you can just come to home, right? So I want to just to go aside, or you can come to formulas, or you can just come to home, right? So because you can see the sum here, either you come to home tab or you come to formulas, but let's use the formula part so that we get familiar, right? So you come to formulas, and then you click on auto, you click this arrow, but that's left click, and then you come to sum, right? You click sum. You see it has added everything there. See, and then you enter. See, that's the total for all this one. That's the first method, right? So the second method, we're going to use the year 2, right? You just come here. So the second method for sum, you just come here, and then you just do equal sign. You just press equal sign on your keyboard, and then you just type in sum, right? Sum, you see sum, it has come. You can either click this, or you can just include the open parenthesis, right? By shift and 9, that's when you get the open parenthesis. Or you can just click this function, just click there, click, and then the open parenthesis will come. And then after that, you come where you want to start calculating, and then you just right click and then drag down, right, using your mouse, and then you click enter. That's the second formula. So you come on the third year, right? So you come, and then you press equal sign, and then you just come, and then click on the first cell. So you click there, and then you include the addition sign from your keyboard. So that's, you come, and then you add. So that's shift and equal sign, right? Shift and equal sign, then you include the addition sign, and then you click on the second cell. You see that it's saying E28. So there is E27 and then E28, and then you just press enter. You see, that's the addition. That's how we do it. So those are 3 methods you can use to get the sum, and there is a way you can just do this real quick because you want to simplify work and you don't have time for this, right? So let's do that on this part, on the below part that say research, right? So we're going to do that method, the method that I said, using the fill command, right? So you just come, so from the other formulas we had, let's here we've seen, so we have the total for this one. Let's see the total, right? All right, so let's get the total and then get the difference, right? So we have the total for year 1, year 2, and year 3, right? So we can just come here, and then let's say we want to see the difference between year 1 and year 2, right? Let's just click here, and then we say equal sign. We click there, and then we look for the minus sign on our keyboard. So you use your keyboard, and then click on the other cell. So you just click enter, you see the difference. That's how we do it. right? So when you want to see average equal sign, and then just type average. So average is there, so it's inbuilt function in Excel. You can find it on AutoSum, you can find it here on the formulas. So you can just double click and then you look for the average, right? So let's say we want to see the average of all the years, right? Let's see how much. So you just select and then press enter. So it's 21,000, right? You see that? So that's average. So same thing with minimum, maximum. Just press equal sign and then minimum, and then double click, you select, right? Let's go with research, right? We want the minimum amount there, so we just select here from research and you just press enter. You see the minimum amount. So the minimum amount here was 0, right? And then let's look for maximum. Just press equal sign and then max. So what is maximum, and just max, right? And then let's use the other formula, max, and then shift, then 9. Okay, we open parenthesis, right? And then we select there, right? And the maximum is 500. You see that? So it's very easy. Just play around with a different function you can have, and then see how they work. So function which are actually inbuilt here, right? They are very easy to use, and the ones which are not inbuilt, you can just use the same ones as finding a difference. So you press equal sign, and then you just let's say we're looking for multiplication, equal sign, and then we take one thing here. Let's say we want to multiply this year and this year, which is not, but let's just use it for the sake of knowing. So we just equal sign and then click the first cell and then look for multiplication on your keyboard. You just click it. So mine, it's actually the difference is it's FN, and then you look for it. So I believe we might have different keyboards, and then you just click there because mine is non-numeric, that's why. So you see, that's how we do it. So kind of very simple to use the formulas here, where let's say there is a condition and then you want to do something but in a different way. Alright, so the technique we wanted to see, we're going to use it here when we're looking for multiplication, right? So let's say we bought pen and orange and milk, right? And the car, right? And then we have the amount. So but how many did we have? So we want to insert that column here. So you click here and then say units, right? So we bought 3 and then 4 and then 7 and then let's say 2, right? So the amount is let's say $5, $3. It's a very expensive pen. And then have $4. This is an assumption. And then $5. And then we have around this amount, 2 million, right? But we want this to be in dollars. So you you select, and then you come to number ribbon, you click the dollar sign, so it becomes a dollar. So we want to get the multiplication, the total of everything, total amounts, right? Total amounts. So what do you do here, right? So you can see this is multiplication. So you come here, right? We have this. There is 2 methods here when you're doing multiplication. The first one, equal sign, and then you do product, right? Do product, and then you see it here. You click on it, double click, and then you select, right? You click enter. You see that? So the second one is you click here, press equal sign, and then you select the first cell, and then you choose the multiplication sign on your keyboard, right? So you choose it. So mine, it's here. Okay, mine, it's here. Right, so mine, it's here. And then you click the other cell, see that, and then you press enter. You get another technique that I can show that I wanted to show you before. It's because you have the formula here, you can just copy it. You can just have the same formula on this one, and then it will give the correct answer. So you just come on this this green dot, you come on it, and then once you see this plus sign, you just left click and then drag down, right? You see, you'll have the correct answers. You can see, so 6 times 5 is 30, right? And then it's giving you in dollar sign. So you do the same here. You keep the dollar sign. So as you can see, we have our worked, and then we're going to have pages per hour. So let's assume, let's say 30, just have that per hour. Let's assume that. And then we're going to calculate, let's just have different wages, right? So let's say here for this particular people, they have different amount they get per hour depending on what they do, right? That would be great. And then you can just have this, and then let's simplify this. Let's make it like that, right? So, and then look for their total, right? So the total, the amount they get. So we can just press equal sign, and then we click the hour worked, and then the multiplication sign, and then the wages per hour sign, then click enter, right? So we drag down to copy the formula. So, but you can see, so let's assume no matter what you do, so the standard time or an usual time or normal time to work is, let's say 31, right? 31, that's when you just have to work and then you stop. So you work 21 hours. So to do that, to get the extra time these people worked, you just come here and then you just do ifs. Equal sign, every time you're going to include the formula here, you have to include equal sign so that it says this equals to that. So it's kind of, you have to make sure that you do that. So you press equal sign, and then if function, and then you click on it, or you just open the parenthesis and then double click on it, and then you say, you come, let's say they worked Barracks worked 68 hours, right? And then just click on that one, and then you say if hours worked by Barak is greater than, right, is greater than 21, because we say 21 is the standard time, right? Is greater than 21, and then you click, you include the comma, and then you say we'll take this cell, the 64. You click on the cell, you don't write, because when you change it's automatic. So you click on the cell and you say it's this cell G4 minus, right, the 21 standard time. If not, if this is not the case, you again press comma, and then you say we'll get a 0, right, and then you press enter. You see that? So okay, let's include that. We say extra time worked, right? So you see the extra time worked was 47 hours. So let's drag down to copy the formula. So you see, so there's somewhere we have 0 and somewhere we have 0 because it's below 21. You get. So if you don't do that, if you don't include the if condition here, you have negative hours, you have not really good numbers. So here it's actually easier because we can give them bonus. So let's say your boss wants to give bonus to the people who worked extra hours. So let's say bonus, right? and then you just come here, you press equal sign, and then say we'll take the extra time these people work times the wage, right? Just come the extra time these people worked, and then you times the wage, which is 32 for Barack, and then press enter, right? You get this 1000, and then you copy, you come here as we saw. So as you can see here, we have the bonus, and then where we have 0, we have like these ones, right? Because it's saying this, I don't know why it's coming like this, but it's showing that there's no bonus, so it's 0, right? It's nothing. All right, so let's work on the graph. Let's see how graphs are, right? So I'm going to introduce you to graphs. You can see here we have, let's go here, see sheet 2. So on this one, so you can see here we have, let's say we have our table here, right? So this is a table. Let me make it nice. We have our table here. This is the table, and then we have the table here. Let's make it colored as we saw. So you just select, if you want to make it this one colored, just select, and then you come, you pick your color, right? And then you come on this part too, you pick your color if you want, right? See that? So if you want to make a table, you just come and then select everything. So you want to include everything here on the table, you just select everything, you come on insert, and then you come on recommended, this charts a ribbon, you come recommended charts, you click there, you see the tab, they'll give you different options. So they gave us this one, so but I'm going to choose this one, right? The broad chart that is facing up. So and then you click enter, it comes. So a graph is there, so you can make it big. But if you want to customize it, you can see chart title is not there, the x-axis and y-axis is not there. Just come on this plus sign, you click on it, and then you say I want to include the axis titles, right? So you include them, so you can see they're there now. So you can just come here and then edit, right? Double click, and then you can just edit. Let's say and the marketing budget, right? Just write that marketing budget. That's it. Just you're done with that one. Then we can just come here, and then on this axis, we can say expenditures, right? Just say expenditures. That one is done, and then we come on this part. What do we say? We say amount, right? So you can change, you can customize it the way you want. You can change horizontally or vertically, but you can see this is our graph. Very simple to do graphs. So we'll see more, we'll go in depth on how to do graphs in the next video. So you can enlarge it, you can paste it on another document on your Google, and so that it looks nicely, right? So this is the graph. You can say thank you very much for watching. I believe this course, this second course was really helpful, and I want you guys to learn this. You need to practice so that you get familiar with these things, familiar with the functions, formulas, and other techniques here that we've learned. Do not hesitate to watch other videos on the afringa-academy so that they help you to actually improve professionally and make your work easier. Don't forget to practice again, keep practicing so that you learn these tips. So when you learn this, it will help you to actually work really well and with no time. Thank you so much for watching. This is Barack with the Afringa Academy.